Well, guys, I stopped off at West Marine today because I wanted to pick up some of the West Systems. Now, West Systems doesn't mean West Marine. West Marine just happens to sell West Systems. West Systems is a fiberglass repair or a fiberglass job, whatever you want to do. West Systems seems to do the job for you. When I worked at West Marine, I sold a lot of the product, not so much this product, but a lot of the product, even to a lot of artistes. They used to make mannequins and things like that, and they would make them out of styrofoam, and then they would have to cover them. Well, the West system, you know, which is your hardeners and your fiberglasses and your epoxies and such, was one of the only ones out there that would dry, air dry. You didn't have to seal it in plastic, and it wouldn't eat or dissolve or melt the styrofoam. It has multiple uses. Well, I wanted to find out if it would work on Kydex, because if it works like on Kydex like it does on anything else, it would be a great asset. Now, I was talking with them, and they said that if you flash it, in other words, rub a little alcohol on the product, strike it with a match, get that, it should work. As I mentioned before, most of your plastics are going to have a wax base to them somehow, and oils, but it's the wax that apparently makes it harder for epoxies to stick to. I mean, it's like trying to glue two candles together. You know, it's just not going to happen. The only way to do it is you have to melt the wax together, you know. That's why they have welders for plastics. You know, I mean, they make it actually like a little, it's like a heat gun, pencil, or solder glue gun, you know, type of thing with your rods and all that. But anyway, this, they told me there's a 99% chance that this would work on Kydex and making it as one piece. So I'm going to try it. So that's so much for that. Cost 25 bucks, but I figure what the hell, you know, I've wasted money before. And if it doesn't work, I know I can use this epoxy on anything because I use a lot of epoxies to start with. So it's not that it's a real waste of money, it's just that it may not work what I want it to. So I'm going to try that. So that's going to get done. So for now, I'm going to put that over here with my other epoxy mixes. And I'll put the box over there as well. Now, by the way, this one is the Gflex 655. Alright, Gflex meaning it's flexible, because they have another one that's not Gflex and it dries hard. You know, like it'll crack type thing. And I want it to be flexible. The 655, according to the back, works on most plastics. You know, as well as glass, masonry, fiberglass, and wet and difficult to bond woods. So, that's the 655. They make a 650 that said everything on the back except that it doesn't say plastic. Now I'm talking about plastic, not plastique. So, but if you're interested, I got it at West Marine. West Marine charges full list. It's 25 bucks. I used my my West, yes, my I have a wholesale account with West Marine. I used it and it cost me $18, so I saved a few bucks. But I'm sure if you found it on the internet, you can probably find it for about 18 bucks, 17 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood. Anyway, here we go. This, let me see if I can jack this up just a hair. All right, I like this tripod. All right, thank you, Tom. I was talking about the camera the other day and mentioning on one of the videos that I'd done some time ago about the Canon that I have, which is buried down in here someplace. Here we are. This is the T4i. You can tell I've used this a lot, huh? So, but somebody was talking about RAW. Now I have mentioned RAW in one of my videos when I was doing something with a gun, and I got some responses on it, and I said, you know what? The responses were actually promising. They were talking about how it allows you, because I really didn't do any studying on it yet, but they say it allows you to do a lot of editing of your videos and things with it. So I said, you know what? Why not try it? I mean, I got it sitting here. I'm more or less just wasting a camera, you know, that you've got over $1,000 invested. So why don't I just start using it? And if I'm waiting for special occasions, I'll wait forever. Because my son got married a year and a half ago. Maybe longer now. I don't pay attention to time and dates like I told you before. SD cards. So with him getting married, I decided, you know what? I haven't had a good camera in 35 years or better. So I'm going to go buy a camera. So I bought this one. And boy, like amateur radio, things have changed. You know, my last camera was a Minolta 101. You know, 35 millimeter, you know, single reflex and all that kind of crap. You know, just a plain old camera. Put the film in it. You know your film, and depending on the film will depend upon how good your pictures are going to come out for whatever it is you may be doing and your settings. So there's a little bit more work involved at that time. However, I'm finding that there's a lot more work with these, but it makes life easier as well. So I am going to, I don't know if the batteries are even charged up on this. I should check this. Like I said, this has been sitting around a long time. Where the hell's the on button? There it is. Let's turn it on. See if we even got battery. Well, the batteries are showing full. However, I know they're going to drain quickly because of they've been sitting for a long time. So I'm going to hook this up on the tripod, and I'm going to do some putzing around with this, and we'll see what becomes of it. Now I think, yeah, this has a different foot on it, so I'm going to have to take that off, which is easy to do. I think I told you about that one train. Every now and then we get a heavy train going by here with granite. Well, that's the train that just went by. And it's right around that time too. Yeah, I'm always doing this around the same time, so you can almost set your clock by it. Well, my clock anyway. Alright, so there we are. Now if I hit that, that should put me into a mode to where if I take off the lens cap, ah yes, there's a picture. Now the only thing with this one is I don't like is the autofocus on the lenses make a lot of noise. I was told either two things. They make a newer lens that hasn't got the noise behind it, which is great, or get a remote microphone. Now that sounds like it could work, but again, if the remote microphone is close to the lens, if I can hear it being away from it like I am, then I'm sure the microphone would hear it as well. So I don't know if that would really work. So I'm going to try just putting it on manual focus and try to find a happy medium. And once I get used to it, I may just buy one of those newer lenses just to see how it works. But anyway, other than that, I'm going to turn this off and I am going to hook this up. Alright, so there it is. Autofocus, autofocus. Let's put that on, autofocus. Okay. So that's where that's at. Now, if I remember right, I have to put it on video. Like I say, it's been a long time, and there's a button up there that I have to push behind here. So hit that, and the record lights. Well, that's a wonderful thing. Now, right now, it's just recording in whatever mode it's in. I didn't put it in RAW or anything like that. I have to figure that out. But for now, I'm going to try to figure out what I'm actually doing here as far as focusing. So while that's hooked up, and this is hooked up in my hand, which is helping a whole lot, right? Oh yeah, that gives me hands-free. I got more cameras in here. Here's a Nikon. This was a Cadillac back when I bought this. I want to say somewhere like 2000, early 2000. This camera cost like $1,000. The Coolpix 990. This little lens here turns. So if you want to hold it up, you can adjust the lens for different angles. So if you want to hand over the top of somebody's head, you can do so. It has the screen on the back as well as the lens, so you can go either way. It still takes decent pictures. However, there's a lag time on this. And depending upon how the settings are, will depend on how long the lag time is. That's the camera that I took a picture with when I was training with the Coast Guard and the Navy. And I was on the so-called presidential ship, and the Navy, there was two Navy, and here's another one. What the hell is this? This is an Olympus. And the Navy was to protect me from the Coast Guard, which were playing the bad guys. And that's that picture. You may see the picture. I may have it on one of my videos. What's this? Oh, another one. What the hell is this? Oh, this is a real charming cheapie. I think this cost me like 60, 70 bucks. It's waterproof and all that kind of crap. However, it is waterproof. I threw it in a bucket of water. But when it comes to sound, all you hear is boop, 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 boop. All right? So that didn't work too well. But anyway, I had taken a picture with that particular Nikon Coolpix, and the lag time, the delay, all kinds of other stuff. All right, the delay actually is what gave me the picture that I had gotten, which actually I won a few awards on. That picture now is all over the place. I've been told that it's in every Coast Guard station in the country. Now, I don't know how true that is. What do I got in here? Chargers and things, batteries. Oh, goodness. I know Commander Young and things like that have a copy of it. They actually have a 36 by 36 picture of it that I printed off for them in large format when I had my large printer. And then, you know what? True story. I was in Florida back in 06, 07 to visit my kids, and I went to one of the flea markets down there, and I was walking the flea market floors, and there was a guy selling pictures in frames, and don't you think he had my picture in a frame? And he was selling it. Now, am I going to break his stones? No. However, I did tell him that I'm the one that took the picture. And I have the original, and I still have the camera that I took it with. I didn't want to say too much because I really didn't want to start making him nervous, all right? Because I don't know where he had gotten it from. So he may have just got it off the net. And everybody knows, even if I had it copyrighted or whatever, all right, once it hits the internet, it's open territory. So, what are you going to do? I really don't mind. As long as they don't claim that they're the ones that took it, as long as I get credit, I don't mind. So, but anyway, it was funny that I seen my picture in Florida in in a flea market where they were selling frames and pictures. So, all right. But anyway, that camera's running. So I'm going to go to that one for now.